So first things first, let's make sure the audio is good. I've run some last minute check, but I just want to be sure that the audio is fine. So give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. Can't trust the Mohammeds, you know. The Mohammeds are running scared. Can't trust them, can't trust them. They're desperate. Pure desperation. So give me the thumbs up. Let me know that you're getting me loud and clear. And let us continue to push for this extradition. On this platform, I am judge, jury, and executioner. I shall execute the future of the Mohammeds on the plane. I thought it would be the end of this month, August, but thanks to Judge Judy, their savior, she is giving them some extra time to create more chaos in Guyana, hoping that he can seduce what is left, hoping that Mohammed can seduce what is remaining from the unfortunate people who voted for Win. Seduce them to come out and get shot for him. Judy is granting him that extra privilege. The last thing she can do, just as a farewell gift, take it on your way to prison. So let's make sure that the audio is good. It's important that the Mohammeds and their hooligans hear what I have to say. They are hooligans. Welcome to the Uncensored Guyana show. I am Dr. L. Prasad, your precious gift. It was a bad move by the government of Irfan Ali, despite all that is happening. Now is the time. You don't need to incite, contribute, feed into, nurture the anger of the people. You got to be sensitive, Mr. President. Sensitive. Edgil should just stay in his office. You don't want to fire him. You're waiting for the commission of inquiry to finish whatever they have to do. You're waiting for the raising of the vote. I get all of that. It's politics. I get it. You don't want the people to win. You don't want the opposition to feel as though they have won when it comes to calling for the resignation of Edgil. I understand. It's politics. You got to play tough. You got to play strong. You can't just cave because the opposition is calling for the firing of 2 ministers. You can't give them that. Like I said, I get it. PNC would have been stubborn too. Another president would have been stubborn too. This is how folks, listen. We got to be realistic here. We have to be practical here. Okay? Look around the globe. The more the opposition calls for a minister to be sacked, is the more the ruling party holds on to that minister. They don't give the opposition anything to celebrate. It's politics. That's what politicians do. That's what governments do. Whenever a minister is sacked or fired, it is not a conflict with the people. It's a conflict with the status quo, the ruling elite, whoever at the top that calls the shots, that has an issue with that particular minister, protest or not, he is gone. He is gone. In this case, we have to now put our ambitions to rest and understand that the sacking of Edgel, it is beyond Ali's pay grade. I'm saying it to you. Give your hopes up. Forget about it. The more you call for the man to go is the more he's going to stay there. This is politics. You want to know why? Because the poisonous opposition that we have to deal with infiltrated the genuine concern of people out of their anger, out of their frustration and their disgust with this asshole Edgel. The opposition infiltrated the camp of the people and just messed it up, politicized the whole thing. So it became a political hunt, witch hunt from the opposition to get rid of this Edgel and this Indar guy. The government ain't gonna cave because it's no longer about the people, it's about Azruddin and these are the losers that he followed, that follows him. So they're not gonna give in to it. If the people had blocked these people, blocked them, to say, hey, don't come in this fight, you're gonna fuck things up for us, stay out, Edgel would have gone. Edgel would have been fired because the government under Irfan Ali would understand that we can't risk these people. We're not going to commit suicide just for Edgel or Indar. They both got to go. I reiterate, because you have allowed the poisonous opposition to make the entire thing toxic, Jagdeo and Ali ain't gonna cave to Mohammed. Because what will happen? What you think will happen? If Edgel goes today, who do you think will take the credit? Like he did yesterday. You didn't hear him? This is coffee. I use a red cup today because of all the poisonous wind people. Okay, audio is still good. All the poisonous wind people that are trying to hack my life and are setting all of these negative stuff. The Obia Queen, Azruddin Mohammed. This is to block their Obia, their witchcraft. It's red. So the bad move was the area that was largely affected by this unfortunate tragedy, the Barima sinking, which was named after that area, Barima district there, Barima, Wani. Edgel is gone there. I mean, come on, man. How can you have Edgel go to the same neighborhood that is grieving the most? The region that he fucked up, you got to keep him away from there. It is bullyism. I see it as bullyism. You're now rubbing it in the people's face. The whole tragedy is behind MV Barima, which was named after that area, which took the lives of over 100 people, mostly from that district. Still unaccounted for. The whole country is angry, calling for Edgel to go. Opposition or not, having Edgel put foot on that land there is a bad move. It's a bad move. What do you have to prove? What do you have to prove? That you're not afraid of anybody? That the opposition can't stop whatever it is? I see it as very irresponsible. Edgel should have been assigned to his desk. Don't do any more outreach, brother. You've caused enough damage. But you don't have to come out and tell the public you told him to just relax. Who cares what people say? At the end of the day, politicians must understand your loyalty is to the people, not your rivals. I don't give a darn what PNC, APNU, Mohammed, whoever it is. I don't care what they say. Folks, I want you to understand this. To them dumb fucks who like to talk, they're skunks, listen to me. They think about PPP or Ali or Jagdeo. They think about that. Use your fucking common sense here. Common sense. People are pissed, angry. Of course, your enemy is going to use the situation to make you look bad. That is normal. It's normal. But if you look at your enemy and ignore the cries of your relatives, your children, it's to whose detriment? It's to whose demise? Your enemy? It is the Guyanese people who wants Edgel to be held accountable, not the opposition. The opposition, they are opportunists. They are opportunists. The same way when the PPP were in opposition, they were opportunists. Now the people who are in opposition are opportunists. It's how fucking politics work. That's how it works. Either way, when the table is turned, one is going to exploit the other one. That's basic. That's how it is. So let's get out of the way. Don't talk about the opposition wants the government to look bad, the opposition this. Fuck that nonsense, man. It's too cheap. It is too cheap. It's the same shit you hear every time. Dictatorship. 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 Where do we live? Where are we living? On Venus? We're living on Earth. We have access to the internet, to television, social media. Do research and understand the same rhetoric now that Norton is using, Campbell is using, Azruddin has borrowed, Tabitha Haley is using. The same word for fucking word. Word for word. Is the same sentences, slogans Irfan Ali, Jagdeo, and the PPP used during 2015, 2020. Word for fucking word. In nothing new, they recycle each other's talking point. They use each other's talking point because why? People forget. People forget. It's the same people you are appealing to. The same people who existed then existed now. Same people. Nothing is new. So what I'm saying here is, if the people have a concern, you're not bowing to the opposition. You're bowing to the majority of people who voted for you. The opposition obviously voted for themselves. But they're going to come and slime, and they're going to hang their mouth where the soup is leaking, where from the protesters or from the people, because they need to be seen with the people so they can use that as campaign slogan. It is fucking politics. I get mental stress when people just act surprised. They act surprised. They go, oh my gosh, how could they do that? What the fuck? I mean, how could they what? In America, if you follow international news, especially in America, you heard the things they're talking about Donald Trump. He's a dictator, narcissist. You heard what they're saying, right? All the platforms. You see the videos they're making? I want you to go back pre-2024, 2023, 22, 21. Go back to those years and put the videos that they made about Joe Biden besides the videos they make now about Trump Tell me if you see a difference. There is no difference. It's the same political rhetoric. Now with the Guyana situation, the same thing the PPP talked about with the PNC is the same thing the PNC talking about now about the PPP. Don't let's fucking repeat this shit, man. The majority of the country voted for Irfan Ali the second time. The first time, 2020, people were fed up. People were fed up. Look at the statistics. People were fed up. A large majority, not because of COVID, a large majority of Guyanese didn't go out to vote because they're fed up. In their mind, what the fuck am I doing? We were fooled 2015. We voted out the PPP, put in the PNC by a slim margin. Slim margin. 2020, the same thing they came up with on the campaign trail. People said, fuck it, we had enough. We ain't going out and vote. So it was a struggle. They almost didn't get the presidency. Why? Because Guyanese in their numbers decided like fight over whatever you fought over the last time. We ain't got time with this shit. Because either way, you're both fucked up. We had 5 years of President Irfan Ali. He tried what he could do not to resemble previous governments. Because he understands you are dealing with the same demographic in Guyana. So if you come and think that people forgot what Ramatar did, what Granger did, so you want to repeat the same thing they did, you have a next elections coming up, which was 2025. So what Irfan did, not about oil money, he tried to establish a government that doesn't look like previous governments. Then he can campaign on that, and people can say, yes, okay, we see the difference. We tried you for the first time. You understand. We see the difference. We're going to give you a second chance. More people, more Guyanese who didn't come out and vote in 2020 or 2015, they came out and voted 2025. Why? Because they saw a vast difference. With the politicking, they saw a difference. We don't want it to go back to the days 2020 when you barely win by a slim margin. We don't want those days. So what happens now? We are in the second phase of Irfan Ali's government. This time, Irfan Ali took the reign with much more power. What's the excuse now? The people saw what Ali did in the first 5 years. They trusted that. They believed that. A lot of them felt sorry that they did not see the future to come out and vote in 2020 because they didn't trust politicians. They regretted that. They made a promise to themselves, 2025, we are going to come out and give Ali more power. Because the little power that he had in 2020, he did a lot with that little power. If he gets more power, he will do much more. On that premise, the PPP secured 36 seats. On that premise. So to give Irfan Ali more power, Mr. President, to do what? Worry about the fucking opposition who dwindled, they reduced in status? Guyanese took from the opposition who was already struggling and gave to you that was already strong to make you stronger. Not for you to worry about a weak, soon to be dismantled opposition. Not for that. So that you can show the strength that we gave you, President Ali. So you can display and demonstrate the might you got from the people the second time around. But what I'm seeing so far is worse than the first time. The first time you were strong, what happened now? You have more strength now, but it seems like you are incapable of utilizing that power. I'm not impressed. When I need to praise, I praise. When I need to criticize, that's what the fuck I do. I criticize. And I'm criticizing the fact that with all these protests, small or large, they target one issue. One issue. Don't bother about who is in the protests calling for PPP must go. You know who those are. You know who those people are. What sparked the protest? I said it before. Prior to the sinking of MV Burima, there were no protests. The Mohammed tried to organize protests for his own situation. Nobody showed up. Then he tried to stimulate, he tried to create stuff to rile the people up. Nobody showed up. He used drones, he used whatever, he tried everything. Nobody showed concern. Then we had the one thing that everybody identified with across party lines, across colors. Because amidst the many people who died, every ethnic group in Guyana is represented amongst the dead that is still under the waters. It isn't a racial thing, it isn't a party thing. It's a human tragedy that every Guyanese felt and is affected by, and every Guyanese, fuck the politicians. I'm saying this again. All the people who are on social media supporting a particular party, fuck them. Because if the PNC, again, if PNC was in power and this tragedy happened under the PNC, President Ali, Vice President Jack Dio, every fucking politician from the PPP would be on the streets calling for the resignation of Patterson and whoever else was there. They would even take it all the way, call for Granger to go. This would have happened, man. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. They would have done the same thing the opposition is doing now. So what we need to focus on is not what the opposition is saying, is what the people are saying. The people are genuinely affected. They don't want excuses. They don't want any financial compensation. They want the person responsible for this, the head, to be chopped off. And chopping the head off means firing the minister, getting rid of the minister. Non-negotiable. That is going to stop all the protest. Because it's not politics, it's personal. So when you have Egil, with the climate that we have now, still going, as of today, with the president at Burima in that area there with the outreach, it is a fucking bad move. It's a bad move. He should not be seen anywhere for no public event. You don't want to fire him, let him stay in the office. He can't say on his own, I'm going to come. Egil went because he was told to go there. And the two persons with the authority to tell him to go there is Jagdio or Ali. So one of the two ordered him to go there. Whoever it was, I am saying it's a stupid move to do that. Calm the situation. Don't give more wood to the fire. It's disrespectful to the people who are hurting to still pushing Egil in these public events. Disrespectful. Utter disrespectful. Like I said, I give credit when it's due. Okay? This is why people trust me. I ain't gonna turn a blind eye and agree with everything. It's not my nature. It's not my nature. I'm pretending, and it's not drama. I'm genuinely saying I disagree with that move. Don't rub it in people's faces. I'm criticizing that. Let's get to some good news. So, the Mohammeds want you to think that they were blocked from going to, what's the place name? Morocco. They were blocked from going to Morocco. But this is a government event. This is a government event. Morocco is a district that is, for the layman terms, like a plantation. You have different tribes that occupy different pieces of land, and they have a structure. They got a chairman or a chief, and that council determines what happens. If you want to have something done, you have to write to the council, get permission from the council. You can't just barge in. It's a non-governmental district. They apply their own rules. So if that tribe, for example, has a girl can marry if she's 13 years old, that's their law. A man can have several wives, that's their law. The state can't go and change that. Police can't go and arrest the man if he's having sex with a 13-year-old. They can't. Those tribal councils, they have their own operation, their own discipline, whatever it is. And the law of the land or the civil law can't, because international laws protect those councils, those tribes. They've been living like that for thousands of years. You can't come now with your fucking modern law and tell them that, oh, you can't. No. So because of that, the state, whichever government is in power, by the Constitution, must give subsidies to these councils. They must, by the Constitution. They don't have a choice. And since they have this carbon credit thing where they're selling credits from the jungle and things like that, they have to compensate those tribes, wherever they're located, by giving them monies so they can do with it as they please to develop their neighborhood. It's not the government to determine that. They have a concern that they need the state's help. They will talk to the state directly. The opposition has no influence over what happens with these councils. It is useless for these councils to engage the opposition. Useless, because these councils are not interested in politics. Most of them don't vote. They aren't interested, they live in a world by themselves. They're sovereign. So the president's outreach to Morocco is to meet with the people who are living there, because he would have had to secure permission to go there. They would have had to say, hey, we have some concerns here. We would like you to come, meet with our residents, hear these concerns, where the state, because we can't do it ourselves, the state now, because you're the manager of the state will have to see what they can do. That's it. It's a private party. You imbeciles from WIN. It's a private party. You're not invited. Azruddin, you are not invited. It is a political event. The people have a party. They're hosting the party. They're inviting their donors. Their donors is the government at hand. If the government was some other party, the opposition would not be invited either. We don't want you to come and disrupt this. We organize this. We ask for this. We have no issues with whoever is the government in place. We are an independent state. We don't want you to come and fuck this up. We need to get our business done. That's it. When our business is done, we will have to look and see how fast the government delivers on whatever we ask the government to do. That's basically it. People from Win. So Azruddin making a big deal out of this to say that, oh, the dictatorship of the PPP blocked him from going for, no, you fucking asshole. It is the state of Maruka, so to speak. Their government in Maruka, they instructed, because they control the land and they control everything there. They give an itinerary to whoever it is. These people are coming here. We permit these people. Nobody else. If they're not on the list, they're not invited. You're not a resident here. You have no properties here. You have no investment here. What are you coming for? You want to come? Make an application. Make a request. We're going to schedule another day for you to come. We don't want any conflicts and confrontation in this small region. We're just 200 people, 300 people. We don't need this drama. So Azruddin and Tabitha Haley, every time I see you next to Azruddin, every time Tabitha Haley, every time I see you next to Azruddin, I feel sorry for your husband, Tabitha Haley. You, of all persons, I feel sorry for him. I sympathize with the man. I empathizing with that asshole because he's an asshole to have you sucking up to that fucking imbecile. But I feel sorry for him because he's powerless. You wear the pants in your family, Tabitha. You are the boss. The things I see Azruddin is putting you through, the embarrassment, the humiliation. I can't understand how you go home to that husband and you say, welcome home, my wife. How was your day? Don't tell me. I saw the drama on social media. I am so proud of you, my wife. A black man allowing his wife to be slapped around with a fucking asshole like Azruddin. A black man. So that's why I feel sorry for him. He should have known better. You give a black woman some money and position, and she thinks she has a dick. You give the Mohammed some money and make him opposition leader, and he thinks, he believes he has a vagina. Not a pussy, a vagina. Do you see how the guy walks? He got a pussy at the back and the front. And speaking of which, they didn't bother the vice president yesterday. Jagdeo did what Jagdeo will do. Jagdeo called for Mohammed to leave. Not just leave Linden. Leave the country. Mohammed must go. Mohammed must go. So we heard from the vice president, and he agrees with everybody, Guyanese, that Mohammed must go. Good. But, folks, watch this. The richest man in this picture is Azruddin Mohammed. The richest man. He holds the second highest position in politics, the leader of the opposition. But yet, every time he goes out, he is so disrespectful to Guyanese, the ones he claims that he leads, that the man can't afford to at least change his slippers or change his jeans, or just, come on, are you that broke or you just stingy? You don't think that Guyanese deserve you dressing appropriate like Ali or Jagdeo? Even Norton and them skunks from the APNU, even them, they try to change their clothing once in a while. You are the richest amongst them. You can buy thousands of stores, Mohammed. You get custom-made blazers for the parliament. You mean every protest you attend, you wear the same fucking jeans, the same push, what do you call it, slippers, whatever? No, you're wearing it with socks? Can't you at least dress decent, man? You can't blend it. You're not black. Even if you are black people in position, they want you to know they're in position. You are embarrassing the people who voted for you, Azruddin. They're already poor, as you claim. You think because you show up looking like a fucking junkie, they're not going to beg you for money? They know you are a billionaire. They know you are a billionaire. And I want you to watch the difference here. In the days when the PPP were doing their protest and organizing their protest, at least they provided water for the protesters. Every event, they provided water. In some cases, drinks. In some cases, tennis roll with cheese. Because they understand shouting ain't easy. Your throat gets dry, the sun is hot, you're active, you get hungry. That is a care in opposition. The PPP were when they were in opposition. You are the billionaire. And you have never, that's why them blacks don't follow you anymore. You never provided any refreshment. The only people that you grant refreshments to were those 38 Indian nationals that didn't vote for you. You give them fancy plates of food and drinks and water and money and hotel stay. Yes, Azruddin, you racist bastard, you fucking coolie. Yeah, I call you a fucking coolie. Tell the ERC. I said it yesterday and I feel good about it. I felt good about it. I felt very good about it. The audio is good, right? Thumbs up, audio is good? Yeah? Low volume now. Turn up the volume on your phone or your television. The audio is good? Audio good? Okay. On my end here, audio is good. So if you're having issues, you need to turn your volume up. Like I said, you are disrespecting the people, Azruddin. You are like them scrapes that follow you. You're sending money to them scrapes and scrapples and cockroaches like Smellies and the faggot bench cop and all them junkie in Guyana there who has a telephone and making TikTok videos. Ali. I mean, look at them. They're nasty. You can smell the stench through the phone. I just scroll by. When people send, I say, no, please, you listen to them and tell me what they say. They're just like you, Azruddin. You don't pay them enough. I heard one person, you send $2,000. Remember, you're sending $2,000 to the person every month for them supporting you, whatever it is. And every time they come on the camera or they post some propaganda from you, they stink. You know, stench has a look, not just a smell. When somebody is nasty and they can get a stench, you can tell. When you look at them, pay close attention. Their breath is so heavy, it's visible. Their breath is so heavy with filth, it's visible. You can see all the green waves coming out their mouth. Ew. Like David Hines. PNC David Hines. David Hines. He's right there in Guyana. And more. Don't give his daughter all the money. Come on, man. Pay him more. Oh, there's a primus. Pay her. Don't pay her more. She needs to go on diet. The more money you give her, is the more she's going to spend on fast food. Don't give her money. Pay for a diet plan for Odessa. She needs that. But people like David Hines, I mean, fuck. Let the man stop using the Maxim toothpaste and use some Colgate. Some Lister mouthwash. David Hines. Or use some fucking makeup. You know, the one that the women use on their lips. David Hines, use the fucking makeup and take it all to the corner of your fucking lips so you can block out that white spot. That kind of, you know what they call it, anemic. Your malnutrition, Hines. What, you a junkie too? You smoke? David Hines, do you smoke? Not marijuana. Because I never see somebody smoking marijuana with a white mouth. I know the cocaine junkie, they have a lot of that. Marijuana is a black lips. But when you have all this, oh, Kira. Is it Kira? That's what they call it? Kira? You have the broken thing in it. White mouth, Kira? Yeah. Is it Kira? Nice. Go get, he's a doctor, right? What is he, a medical doctor or a business doctor? Is he a PhD in medicine, MD in medicine, or failed enterprises, businesses? Whichever one. Hire a lawyer to sue your lips. So your lips can tell your brain, get some nutrition, multivitamin, eat healthy, stop sucking dicks, get rid of that white stuff. Let me sip some coffee. So yes, Tabitha Haley, don't walk around with Mohammed. He's embarrassing you. All right? You're a beautiful black woman, proud black woman. Don't do that, man. I understand you made a mistake. You thought it would be easy, an easy ride, and you don't have to work hard, and you don't have to go in the sun. You thought it would be that easy. Because you have never been in this shit with the PNC. AP and you have never been there, Tabitha. You had a good life with the PNC. A good life, the PNC were some proud opposition people, proud. You've never been in that position. Look at the doggish thing this man is putting you through now. He's embarrassing you every day like a little girl just tagging along like these swingers. You know the swingers? Yeah. Follow the star wherever he goes. They have another name for them. Do you have anything to say? Who the fuck? So pathetic. So pathetic. And that Amerindian woman. She's an embarrassment to Amerindians. She should change her race. The woman that is standing with you, Azruddin, the Amerindian woman that is a member of parliament, what's her name again? She's another scunt. A disgrace. She and the Minister of Amerindian Affairs, they need to go back to the bush and get rehabilitated, spend some time in the jungle, and re-identify themselves. Yeah, I mean that. So, Vice President, you delivered yesterday. You did your job. The people loved you. Jagdeo, you are the most loved politician. You have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Nobody wants to criticize Jagdeo. The only thing they have on Jagdeo is some fucking suit. Who is the suit? Some BBC shit where they try to set the man up. Undercover report. Oh, the BBC journalists did an undercover investigation. Hidden cameras. And they talked to Sue. And Sue says, well, I go to Jagdeo's place sometime and Sue said this and Sue says that. Fuck Sue. I mean, who the fuck is Sue? Sue is Chinese. A businessman. I don't know who he is. I heard of Sue, but who gives a fuck about Sue? Is the country running? Are things getting done? Do we have better roads? Do we have better schools? Do we have better hospitals? Do we have better facilities? How is your life, Guyanese? Apart from GPL and this asshole Indar, forget them. Generally speaking, how is your life from 2015 to now? Those of you who have been born in the Granger time, you were not around to see the hardship. Now you're just 10 years old or 12 years old. You are in the good times. But those of you who were conscious in Granger's time, count your blessings. No, name them one by one. Count your blessings. Because it's just going to get better. It is just going to get better. We are at a standstill emotionally because of this unfortunate tragedy. And unless the boat is lifted and all these kinds of stuff, it's going to take a few months for Guyanese to really embrace the reality that this has happened. And edge is going to be continuous in our faces, so there'll be animosity from time to time, and it's going to take some time to die down. But in the meantime, how is your life right now? How many of you are paying a rent? How many of you have to worry about where your next meal comes from? How many? Do you know how people are struggling in Suriname? In French Guyana? Trinidad? You know how life is hard in Barbados? In the Caribbean islands? Do you have any idea? But yet in Guyana, you have all this free time to protest. Not for something that is actually important, but protest because you want to protect a billionaire who goes home every day to a golden mansion, 100 luxury cars, the most expensive watches. This is why he wears one jeans every day. Why? Because the money he paid for the jeans, he has to get the money's worth. The money he bought his jeans for, a lot of you have to work 6 months to save money just to buy that jean. And still you can't buy it because you want to use your money just for a jean, but he can. That's the man you're following. That has nothing to worry about besides the time in prison. Everything going for him. And you are missing the point about your blessings. Focus on the blessing you have before you. This ain't luck. You're not lucky. You deserved Irfan Ali. You deserved the good that came with the man. The reason why you voted the second time for Ali bigger than the first time is because you know you deserve that president. That's why you did it. It's just a year. Not even a year. And already you are allowing yourself to be distracted because the opposition are still angry that they lost miserably and they're blaming Ali for that. The opposition, the man that destroyed the opposition is the man who's leading them right now. They need to direct their anger at Azruddin. But they're all coming and trying to hijack, trying to force their way in. Innocent, real concerns from Guyanese because they want attention. Norton showed up in London. Imagine that. He wasn't around to go and comfort the people who lost their relatives at the Burima tragedy. He wasn't around. Now he wants to show up and pretend that they're going to London to protest Edgill's firing. The people who were protesting Edgill's firing were protesting Edgill's firing the day of the tragedy. From then to now, they're still protesting it. Where were you, Norton? Suddenly you're concerned? What, you're jealous because Azruddin is getting all the attention for the opposition? This is a competing against the man. You lost, Norton. You have a chance. Behave. Go back on your alcoholic regimen in terms of getting off of the alcohol. Win the trust of the Guyanese. And maybe they're going to pressure Tabitha Haley and this fuck Odessa in September to make you the opposition leader. But if you're going and you're talking your shit now, you're trying to steal the man's spotlight, Azruddin's spotlight. It's bullyism. Don't do that. It's beneath you, Norton. It's beneath you. Look at the days when you were protesting. These are the things you don't do. Breaking down barriers and pushing black people to the front to get shot. That's what Azruddin will do. Azruddin will get people to do those kinds of stuff because he wants them to get shot because he still lost people dying for him. It ain't happening. And he's concerned, he's confused because maybe the sacrifice he's making to stay out of prison, whatever opiate they're using to control Judy, maybe it's telling him he has to make the ultimate sacrifice. That's why I'm very suspicious about this Burima tragedy thing. I'm very suspicious. I think Azruddin might have a hand in that. It's my opinion. I think so. So yes, float the boat. Let's see if his name is stamped at the bottom. I am beginning to think because this is too suspicious. This man is too anxious. Too anxious. Then you were waiting there with a condom in your pocket. How are you so confident that you're going to get the pussy? Did she promise you'll get the pussy? Or did you drug her? And you know the drugs are going to work out, it's going to get active within a few minutes, so you have your condom on standby. But you, Azruddin, you can't wear a condom. Your dick is too small for that. You need to have a plastic bag and just wrap it and just stick it with some rubber bands so it can hold it on. But condoms can't fit, can't fit. But how is it you know you'll get the pussy? So how do you know what will happen? You have a boat full of body bags. How? God told you that you need to go with body bags because there'll be some deaths? Or did you anticipate deaths because you know whatever you put there to sink the ship is going to sink it at this time, so you're ready waiting for the call? Allegedly. I have a right to my opinion. So you got to look for the next big thing right now. And the next big thing that you're trying to hijack, Azruddin, you and your monkey-faced sister, is you want to bully the president's outreach. You want to infiltrate. You want to hijack it with 10 people. Pay them some more. You're greedy. Pay them some more. You want more people to come out? Pay them more. Don't go and try to bully away for some drinks and some soft drinks and some juices. That's PPP stuff. Just like you want to covet the chair. You're cussing the chair, but you're still sitting on it. When the kid was murdered in Zila. Same way yesterday. Thirst was killing you. And you look and you see, my gosh, the PPP, they're blessed. Look at all those drinks, you know. And you're just creeping, trying to fold your way in. You send your scrapes and scraps to take one for you. Because thirst and hunger caught up with you. You should have done the opposite. You want to compete, right? You want to compete with the big boss. You have stores in Linden. You have supermarkets in Linden. Let your supermarkets bring soft drinks, bring bread, and whatever it is for the people. Let them do that. But no, you want to bully the PPP and take their stuff. This is how you're embarrassing black people. But like I said yesterday, if you didn't learn from yesterday's event, I don't know what will teach you. You have a lot to reminisce on in prison. Today, you still got you have the audacity to try to bully your way again today. I mean, you had 10 people yesterday. Today you got 5. And they're amplifying that. They're celebrating that. Back off. You have to know when to quit. Now is the time you quit. Leave the opposition stuff to Norton. Not even Campbell. Campbell is a lowlife. Norton, give Norton that. Norton is ghetto. Norton know how to appeal to the thugs. Them hooligans. Norton knows that. That's not your thing, Azruddin. You can't, don't force your way in. You weren't born for this. You were born for corruption. For stealing, planning robberies, planning heists, money laundering, conspiracy to commit money laundering, wire transfer, gun smuggling, gold smuggling, drug smuggling. That's your thing, Azruddin. You were born for that. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. At least you have a career in criminalities, in criminal activities. That's your career. Leave politics for politicians like Norton and Duncan and all of these other skunks. Not you. You're embarrassing the black people. Anyway, did I cover everything? Yeah, I think so. Coffee. And now for some important news. Amazon.com, Prince Ali and the President. Go there, sign into Amazon, buy a book, support the Durga Foundation. Share this live. I want to hear from you in the comment section. You see, I'm pausing and I'm speaking this way because I want you to engage your mental faculties. That's why I'm pausing. There are things I want to say, but I'm trying to restrain myself. People are sensitive, very sensitive. And my mouth has cost me a lot over the past. So right now, just you and all the persons who have sent. There are some people who have sent supplies, clothing and other things for the Durga Foundation to distribute. We have received the packages, the barrel, we have received it. And in the future we'll be distributing that, and of course you will get an update. You will see the pictures and the videos of the foundation giving out these things. So thanks to all the persons who have donated. We appreciate that. And what I like about, let me talk about these people. What I like about these people is that they understand. This is uncensored Guyana. They're not punishing the Doga Foundation because of what I say. All right? They're not doing that. Without Uncensored Guyana, they're still going to donate to the Doga Foundation. It has nothing to do with me. There are other people who have pledged their support to the Doga Foundation, but because they don't like what I say, they have withdrawn that support. Now that's very childish and irresponsible and immature. So it seems now what I have to do is I have to become religious and just say things, even though this program is Uncensored Guyana show. From day one, this is how the show is run, from day one. It wouldn't change or divert attention because I also incorporate promotions for Doga Foundation in the program. No, it wouldn't do that. The Doga Foundation is not into social media. It's a foundation that helps the poor, that gives to the poor. I use my resources to put towards the foundation. There are people who also make donations to the foundation, but that's what it is. It's not a political organization. It doesn't take sides, that it's this or it's that or it's no. Anybody and everybody, it reaches out and do what can be done. But due to the, I must emphasize this, because of how I have addressed the Barima tragedy situation, I have lost a lot of support, financial support for the foundation because of that. Did it influence me to change my style? No, it didn't. It didn't. I'm not pretending. I'm not a hypocrite. So I'm saying now, what people can do to support the foundation, all the books I've written under the title Prince Ali and the President, I've already committed from day one that all the proceeds from the books are going to the foundation. Do you think anybody can tell me anything for me to change that? To say, well, after all, they're my books, I wrote the books, I should enjoy the fruits of my labor for my own book. No, I'm not that small-minded. If I say the proceeds of the books go to the foundation, the proceeds of the books go to the foundation. Nobody can change that. Even if Ali says whatever. You think I'm going to say, well, Ali is this or Ali is that? No, no. I am disciplined. Regardless, I give my word, and my word is my bond. And besides, people love Ali. Everybody loves Ali. I love Ali, you love Ali, everybody loves Ali. But you need to show your love for Ali by buying the books. I can hear them saying, you see, one time he's criticizing Ali, and the next time he's praising Ali. I know he's trying to sell books by using Ali's name. I'm using Ali's name. Okay, Ali's name. I know how you think. Remember, I'm the prophet. I'm prophesying Mohammed leaving the country in September. If Judy in postpone it again until November. My prophecy is based on her. But I know he's going to be extradited. Let's leave it as that. Forget that I'm putting time anymore. I'm not putting any time anymore. Because it's up to Judy. But I'm prophesying that Mohammed will leave Guyana and go to prison. That's the end of it. As to when, it's up to Judy. So if either we start saying Judy must go, or we just ignore it. Wherever he's gone, he's gone. In the meantime, he's creating a lot of shit amongst the poor people in Guyana. Change your wardrobe, Mohammed. If you need a suit, I can send you one. Share this live. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Until next time. Thanks for your attention.